Welcome back to SHIB Planet. Shiba Inu could be breaking out for a potential 75% upswing in just a few weeks, thanks to a combination of the upcoming Ethereum merge and a high concentration of whales. Today I'm going to put on my Shiba Inu nerd glasses again, and we're going to take a look at some macroeconomic factors and do an analysis and a case study on one specific condition which I believe is going to bring anywhere between $3 and $6 billion into the Shiba Inu market cap. And if you know me, you know I'm not going to pull this data out of thin air. I'm going to show you my case study of how money flows in crypto. Then we're going to use the upcoming merge as a basis, and I'll also show you how previous hard forks and upgrades have almost always had a positive impact on the price of that particular crypto. And I'll explain exactly why Shiba Inu will be first in line to benefit from all the money that'll come after Ethereum's merge. And I'll go as far as showing you my price simulations for the Ether token leading up to the merge, and also my projections on the price of Shiba Inu in response to whale activity in the lead up to and after the merge. But for now, sit back and relax, and let's take a look at what we can expect for Shiba Inu in September. Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. Technical analysis involves navigating the gaps between perceived value of an asset and its market price by using specific techniques like reading charts, patterns, and past trends. But personally, I like to use macro analysis, which to me involves looking for big factors which are likely to impact the price of an asset, like key regulations, big investments, tech upgrades, and stuff like that. This often helps me predict any potential opportunities in the market before they happen. It doesn't always happen as planned, but today let's see if we can use this case study to see where SHIB can go after the merge. Let's get right to it. From a very high perspective, this is typically how money flows within crypto, especially when there are big swings in Bitcoin. Typically, any external factor gives the market either confidence or fear in either crypto in general or specifically in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And in the case of confidence, such as from good regulations or a blockchain upgrade, what they do is institutions, they buy fiat, they use fiat to buy into Bitcoin. And then as the price of Bitcoin goes up, whales typically take a portion of those gains and then they roll them into large caps like Ethereum and Cardano and BNB. And then typically those large caps will gain a higher percentage because they have a smaller market cap than Bitcoin. And then whales take a portion of their profits from their recent gains, and then they typically reinvest them into whatever mid-cap tokens which they feel have potential. For the purposes of this video, large caps tend to be anything within the top 10 during a bear market, and mid caps can range anywhere from the top 50 all the way to the top 100, depending on whatever season we're in. Now, the external factor which we're all expecting is obviously the Ethereum merge, which has so far been scheduled for the 15th of September. On this date, Ethereum changes from the energy-intensive proof-of-work mechanism to the environmentally friendly proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, and analysts are actually forecasting that this will make Ethereum come under scope from key investors who have ESG principles. And these institutional investors, they typically have a principle not to invest in crypto because of its perceived impact on the environment. However, Ethereum's proof of stake is stated to have up to 99.5% less emissions than proof of work, and thus this makes it fall under the scope of these new institutional investors. So, how can we assume that the price of Ether will go up after the merge? According to VC Bay News, this is what it says. A hard fork can significantly impact the price of a cryptocurrency. A fork can also cause the cryptocurrency to change drastically. In Ethereum's case, a fork can increase its price by more than 10%. And for the context of this video, a fork and the merge, I'm assuming that'll be typically the same sort of impact. So basically, if a blockchain is upgraded or if it changes significantly, its value technically goes up too. Ethereum has had multiple improvements on its road to ETH 2.0, and whenever it has any significant ones, like when smart contracts were stabilized at the end of 2020, its price went up significantly. A good example of this is last year in the lead up to Ethereum's London hard fork. Pretty much in August last year, the price of Ether rallied up a couple of weeks up to and after its implementation. So now, what is the relationship between Ethereum and Shiba Inu? The short answer is whales. For almost a year now, Shiba Inu has been one of the biggest held tokens by the top whales in Ethereum. And it's become very common almost every other week that you'll see headlines like this. ETH whale Gimli adds 1 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. And I think the reason they do this is Shiba Inu has a vibrant ecosystem which has several promising catalysts, developments and partnerships on the go all at the same time, which often cause the price to move. For example, as you know, Shiba Inu is an ecosystem which will run on Shibarium, and Shibarium runs things like the decentralized exchange ShibaSwap. It'll run the Shiba Inu blockchain game of Shiba Eternity. Shiba Inu also has the regular Shiba Eternity game, the Metaverse, some key partnerships with like John Richmond and Wellies, and also the Shiboshis, and also the fact that, you know, we've been able to secure partners with AAA game studios like PlaySide and the same developers who developed the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies and shows. So I think this token makes it really easy for whales to buy the rumor and sell the news, and then buy again when the utility has settled. Anyway, did you guys know that at the moment, Shiba Inu accounts for about 6% of a typical ETH whale's portfolio? And on average, according to Whale Stats, each whale holds approximately $1.7 million worth of Shiba Inu tokens. Okay, let's run a simulation. I've set the price of Ethereum to the current price at the time of this recording. And this is the current circulating supply of Ethereum, which I expect in the month of September. For those of you guys who have this simulator, you know you can just select the month and it'll be able to calculate the expected circulating supply for each month, pretty much up till 2023. I have to admit it's now a little bit overinflated because when I designed this, it was before the London hard fork. But don't let any of that nerdy stuff go over your head. Anyway, now check this out. In the lead up to the merge, there's a strong possibility that ETH could break the 3,000 barrier. And in order to simulate this, I'm just going to add 70 billion, you know, gradually up until we get to about the price of 3,000. And anyway, effectively, this will be doubling the price of ETH from its current status. And since this is happening around the same time that the market is expecting things like a favorable rate hike from the Fed, a price, at least in my opinion, a price above 3K is entirely possible after the merge. So now, keeping that in mind, now let's head back to whale stats. This would mean that for the Ethereum whales, the average ETH held would have doubled from its current value of $30 million to roughly $60 million for each whale. And if SHIB remains at 6% of their portfolio, like I showed you previously, that means that the average SHIB held would also go to a little over $3 million for each Ethereum whales. And I believe that the same stats are still relevant, even all the way up to about 1,000 the top 1,000 whales. So this implies that SHIB would actually be able to grow by a potential $3 billion market cap. Anyway, it's also important to note that SHIB is actually often the #1 token held, even in you know, on top of stable coins, especially under bullish conditions. So this is actually like one of the lowest you know, states that it's been in. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why I'm comfortable to add that much to Shiba Inu's market cap. And so let's add this data to our Shiba Inu simulation. The current price of SHIB has actually gone down at the moment to about 1,300 units with a market cap of just over $7 billion. So adding $3 billion to this current market cap would actually take SHIB's price to the recent high of about $18,000. And to simulate for this, I'm just going to add 750 million here. And just to simulate for what we can expect in September in the lead up to SHIB Eternity. Anyway, this price was actually based on the recent hype around the game, which was only being tested by a few users in Vietnam. And personally, I'm betting that Shiba Eternity is actually going to be released around about the same time as the merge. So it's actually quite possible that this is actually where SHIB's price could actually be starting, and it'll be the actual worldwide launch and not just the sample test. So based off that, I'm actually quite happy to add that $3 billion we got from the merge on top of the price which we expect after Shiba Eternity. And I'll just add 3 billion to that right now. And I mean $3 billion from the Shiba Eternity momentum and another $3 billion from the Ethereum whales because of the merge upside. And this would take us to a roughly $13 billion market cap, or a price of around 23 plus units. And so this is actually a 90% jump on the current price. And some other conditions which I think would make this possible are some favorable market conditions from things like lower inflation figures, which we know there's inflation figures being released soon, at least on the 13th of September, and a lower than expected Fed rate hike, which is also expected in September. If you guys are interested in those details, I did that in a video a couple of days ago, and you guys can have a look at that on my channel. It's this one over here. And that is pretty much my case study on how things could turn out for Shiba Inu in response to the merge and the Shiba Eternity happening at the same time. And things could actually remain quite hot in the market, especially after Satoshi recently said this: game first, then Shibarium, then game on Shibarium. And we do know that we can expect the game coming first, obviously within September. Hopefully Shibarium can also come out in September, and game on Shibarium, I think that's a little later on. But if these first two happen within the month of September, then I do think that SHIB will remain quite hot for a while. And that is it from me today, guys. Thank you for your patience. Once again, if you like the way I cover the Shiba Inu ecosystem, let me know in the comment section. The best way you can continue to support this channel is by simply hitting the like button and also leaving a SHIB related comment. Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.